Okay. Hi, my name is Al-Nimri. I'm a member of the Crowd Afford initiative. I have with me my friends Hatish and Luis. The Crowd Afford initiative is born because of the current circumstances that are caused by COVID-19. Its mission is to involve the community in taking advantage of these current real estate market situations and residing back people who lost their houses while creating more affordable housing units. How we're going to do that? We're going to do that through controlling the concepts of the process of the real estate industry as a whole by real estate crowdfunding, buying foreclosed properties from banks and other lending institutions, and property remodeling. This will allow us to provide affordable housing that are 30 to 40% less in price. Now, my friend Hitish will go with the REITs crowdfunding.
Okay, thanks, Amro. So why REIT crowdfunding? So firstly, it would help capital contributions in small amount from many individual investors to finance a new business venture, and it is SEC regulated crowdfunding uh, under the option called Regulation A plus, and companies could raise up to 50 million a year by selling private stocks to the crowd. And more importantly, but it is required by law to redistribute 90% of their earnings in the form of dividends back to their investors. And this is the reason why investors do not demand high returns, because they are already getting higher um, dividends. Now, talking about why would investor want to invest in this project? So investors are always looking for better investment opportunities, and real estate is always in their bucket list. So this kind of a investment option gives them a risk-free return with very low volatility and a good option to diversify their portfolio. It also generates guaranteed returns for them, which is backed by a real property. And also there are we see a lot of times people who would want to have real estate as a part of their portfolio, but they are not ready to uh, you know have those hassles of maintaining that property. So for them, it's a good option because it brings in passive investing with active, tangible property, and it's and it also brings in direct property ownership with lower investment starting from 500 to $1,000, and it brings more transparency for the investors. Now, let's move on to the next topic. So I'll call upon Luis to continue further.
Hi, we will be focusing on pre-foreclosures, foreclosures, or real properties. During the current time, only those mortgages backed by the federal government will receive help by the CARES Act that allows them to miss payments on their mortgage. However, there are many other mortgages that are not backed by the federal government and will not have those benefits. Influenced by the pandemic, we have found in the state of Utah 7.1% increase in the last month on the pre-foreclosures. However, in the United States, as a country, we have found an increase of 39.8%. The advantages of buying at these stages will be the lower price, while being aware that the properties may not be in the best condition. However, Amro will talk about that in a later slide. With the REIT crowdfunding described below, we will be able to buy those properties without the need of a mortgage or a loan, therefore not paying interest. According to the National Association of Realtors, the average discount on this kind of properties is around 20% on May. By buying this, we'll be able to get a discounted property as well as lower remodeling costs compared to building from scratch. We're hoping that will allow us to maintain the cost of housing under that 30% of the total household income. We can find here the data of the median renter income in Utah. Yearly is $45,000, and that 30% converted into their monthly income, that we will be looking into rent prices of lower than $1,127. Next slide, please.
Okay, thank you, Luis. Now we're going to talk about the site selection. The site that we selected is located at 700 South and between 400 and 500 East. The good thing about this site that it is located, it's approximate location to like city library, major parks and shopping centers. Now, the selected site consists of 3 adjacent plots that has abandoned buildings on top of them. Purchasing 3 adjacent size plots presents a unique chance to maximize the use of these plots by eliminating the side setbacks and providing one common large area for recreation. Now, if you see in the top left corner, we see the current condition right now for the plots and the buildings. In the bottom left corner, we're seeing the additional spaces that might be rented and built with vertical circulation that if a second story is added. On the top right corner, we're seeing a picture for the current situation, and in the bottom right corner, we're seeing a possible outcome. Now, my friend Lewis will go through the conclusion.
All right, so to conclude, we're looking into the project financing with the REIT crowdfunding. Therefore, no interest obligations during and after the construction period. Therefore, a quick return on invested capital, and we will be returning to the investors as a way of dividends. We are looking to buy at purchase at discounts of at least or approximately 20% below market prices. And with the remodeling that Andrew talked about, we can save up to in between 10 to 20% of the cost that will be needed to tear down and start construction from the beginning. In addition to the time frame of this being about 20 to 30% lower. Therefore, with all these numbers, we will be looking into providing lower price housing for those people in need, while also using all those properties that are abandoned. Thank you and hope you like it.
Thank you.